Hello, welcome. The internet is already uh, holding on by dear life. It's unbelievable. Let me see one more time. Every time in here, this internet is just. All right, we look okay. Well, excellent documentary. I really enjoyed it. It went the whole way. Was good the whole way. Never really slowed down. I loved every second of it. I mean, Barstool has a great team that does production. It really captured the moment. Um, you know, I know I heard some people say they were um, I was listening to Freddie Lynn's Spaces for a little bit a couple minutes ago, and some people said they kind of broke away in tears and stuff, and they were getting choked up watching this, and I kind of had that feeling too. I really thought it really broke it down well. I went all the way back from the beginning and kind of went all the way through and all the build up. And, I will say, I'm not going to come on here and give all positive stuff. I mean, you gotta be honest about some of it. Seemed a lot of kind of Barstool heavy. And this game's not really about them really much at all. I mean, they are obviously playing the game, that's for sure. But this is all, this documentary to me kind of just showed again kind of who Kirk is as a person. All this lead up into a game to do it for Cinema Lords, to do it for his family, to put the team first, to really show how much he loves the team. These guys playing hard for Kirk, playing hard for Cinema. All just everybody coming together and just a great showing. Just some awesome clips. Some of it was kind of like a lot of kind of talking about Gus and Rico, which I thought was, I know it's definitely a part of the story. I think Rico is going to be more of a factor, much more than Gus will be in the game, personally. But it kind of showed everything that they went through. Did have a weird part where they talked about kind of Justin and mixed hatred for each other. I'm not really sure where that fits into the game, but just overall spectacular performance by the Barstool production team and everybody that was interviewed. I thought it really it was captivating. I was surprised it was only the views that it was. To be honest, I thought it. I mean, I'm sure it'll go up as it goes on here, but it was great. It was great television, what you call it. But I really enjoyed it. So just the build up to this game that's coming up, and I can't wait. Obviously, I still don't know where I stand with it. Kind of came on here to make a pitch to reclaim my role on the sidelines there, to score keep, kind of just it's kind of an important spot. I mean, I know it's not talked about enough. I was glad Greg Polar brought it up. And Nipples did sit near me. He was there. And I know Nipples has gone off, for greener pastures. He's now the team manager, and he's doing a great job. And my guy Brando too is sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what he's gonna do. It's a big game. It's going to be an incredible experience. I can't wait to see what the crowd will look like, how full it's going to be, the surprises that are going to happen, who's going to be brought to the game. Kirk was kind of talking about maybe Jeff Nadeau showing up, which would be just it has to happen, right? I mean, it's be so great. Just all the stories going into the game. Now Pat got hurt. Gay Pat got hurt. Dana's in, but Kirk gets to keep his refs, and just this whole festering all started from Kirk Minahan wanted to play basketball. It's just unfucking believable what this has turned into. And I've been talking about it with people around me for a while. Like, what is just a basketball game? Well, maybe to you it is, but To some of us that really, we love this show. We love what's going. We love everything that the show does for the most part, and we really enjoy. I mean, the live experiences with this show is just there's nothing like it. Anything they do live on the road, from the soccer shows, from all the theater shows, to the basketball. To me, is some of the best content I think they've done. For me, it's some of my favorite by far. I mean, so I'm really excited. But I think being a scorekeeper, I think we kind of went about it the wrong way last time a little bit. We kind of concentrate on stats, and look, it has to be said, but I mean, taking a point was a big move by me and Nipples a little bit, but that was, I want to say I kind of orchestrated that, and that has value. I mean, watching this documentary, I realized like you're gonna have a guy like Meek Phil over there, like Dave, and that scorekeeper piece, and being able to be right there and making sure they get the right score down, get the right score in. Maybe a 2 turns into a 3. You never know what can happen. It's valuable, and I would love to sit over there with Brando. I think me and Brando there is a good thing. Is a good thing there. You want, as Kirk said, thinks I'm a scumbag. You want a little scumbaggery over there. You just do. When somebody, if one of those guys comes in to the scores table, somebody's arm's going to lock up, and we might not be able to get off each other quick enough. And who knows? You want somebody over there that's going to do something like that. You don't want a choir boys there. That's all I'm saying. You don't want some brainiac that's just going to sit there and just do scores and get stats. That gives you no value. You do want somebody that kind of has a little rapport with the refs. I mean, we had a lot of good conversations. Paying attention to the fouls. That's going to be important. Making sure the score's right. That's important. That scorekeeper position, whoever's going to be running that scoreboard's got kind of a big job. Last time it went right by him. Clemmer missed the point. That's unbelievable. He missed the point. So, I don't think that's going to happen this time, but when the game gets started, you don't know how it's going to go. So I think, me and Brando sitting over there doing some stats, definitely keeping an eye on the fouls, communicating with the team, making sure the scorekeeper gets the score right. Whoever's taking down the score, however that's going to work. I don't know exactly how that's going to go down yet, but you definitely don't want, you want a little scumbaggery over. That's all I'm saying. And I think, me and Brando, 2 guys on the outs a little bit. Brando, we saw the video today of him getting thrown out of the arena by Kirk. I mean, I really felt for him because when Kirk's mad at you like that, it does hurt. It does hurt. And he handled it pretty well, but it was a little vicious. Jesus Christ, Kirk, take it easy. Brown's a good guy. So I think somebody over there, I know would sit more on the right side so we can see a little better. Keep an eye on those fouls, making sure, maybe somebody has 4 and then they have 5, I mean, you just don't know how it's going to go down. And maybe some of your team has a little more and it goes a little less. Somebody has to keep track of that. And I think we're the guys that do it. We obviously bleed the show. We only want to see the best for the show. We only want to see a win for Team KMS. So I would hope that we could sit over there. If not, I will definitely be, cheering loud from the top rafters with Minifan Phil or somebody like that. But just an awesome documentary tonight. Very excited for the game. I'm hoping, obviously for the win. Those guys, I think they're taking it a little lightly. Team KMS seems to be really firing on all cylinders. So obviously it's going to be one of the great games. And it'll be one of the great moments in show history, I think. I think it's going to be a huge show history game moment. A lot of different phases there. It's going to be a lot of personalities in one place, all to watch a basketball game that, just came up from Coleman sucking at basketball and Kirk just saying, we're going to do this and building a team. That's what this guy does. He gets these guys, these fans. I'm one of them. To run through a wall for them. These guys in the team have worked really hard. I mean, you got to say these guys have put the time in. They are fucking committed. And credit to Kirk, but credit to those guys too, because without them, you can't do it. So, a lot of those guys have families. They're giving up that time. They're going there. They're competing. People are getting hurt. People are getting roughed up. It'd be great to see all the tape. We probably never will, but it's just going to be an amazing, amazing experience. Again, I will say this again: if you've never been to something like this, it's really an unbelievable experience that you're not going to be able to really replicate. I don't think. If you really love something, I guess. I mean, I used to love the Patriots. Used to love, like the Red Sox going to games. Not as much as anymore, but I do love sports, and I don't. I feel like I get more of a rush from this. To be quite honest, I mean, there's obviously some big moments in sports, but I really do enjoy this. And if you really love these guys, you love the show in this, it's just you really, if you're close enough, you got to get there. You need a big crowd. Definitely need a huge crowd to get in there and just cheer these guys on. And who knows where it goes, but just a fun night. So I was just I was on listening to Freddie Lynn starting the space, and starts off about the game. It says it's a KMS, after the documentary kind of show, and then it turns into talking about Jake and MM and whoever the fuck, it never hangs on, So they did have some decent stuff going on in the beginning, but it spiraled out, so I got out of there, and it was a great time. Spaces seem to be similar. I've been enjoying it, going in and getting out, and that's pretty much it. But I saw today that Beanbag Ron got his first bee sting of the year. Kind of crying about it, which I don't know why you're bitching about it so much, but he got that sting, and I was unbelievable this week. There's just at my girlfriend's house, there is just a traffic of hornets going in and out of her shed. So I actually have the picture. I was going to put it up here, but I don't know. It's pretty graphic. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So the traffic is going in and out of there. And I'm like, this is like, so I haven't seen a real full, I mean, I guess I have this, I don't know what it is. I had a different picture in my mind of what kind of hornets were. It's to hear they were hornets. They were, mean type bees or whatever. And I, obviously have seen them, but I have never seen them really in action like I did a couple days ago, maybe about 5 or 6 days ago now. So I'm going over and behind, and I go in, looking in the shed. I'm watching it. So I go in there, and I had like a nice long stick, and I'm like, maybe I can just knock the nest off. I mean, they were flying back and forth, but I wasn't really that nervous. I had some long sleeves on, and I'm like, maybe I can get in there and kind of just knock it off, So the first attempt, I go in, I get it kind of decent. They're kind of buzzing around, but I get out of there and I'm, safe. Made it. I'm not hurt. Everything's okay. They're a little wound up. And I'm thinking I probably got most of it. So I go in for round 2. And as I go in, I see it's a little more. I see, on the post, I saw maybe, I don't know, on a piece of like one of the 2x4s going up to the nest. It's, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 bees, hornets, I guess. I go in and I kind of turn a corner because I had to get, it was kind of on the corner. I don't know. I obviously can't explain it. Can't show you what it looked like, but you had to get a little more in the shed to really knock it. And I knocked it. And all I remember the noise and remember feeling like, oh my God, I got fucking lit up. I ran out of there. I'm like, oh, I couldn't even believe it. And when I was younger, when I used to get stung by bees or something, I'd really get like pretty, like my hand would like blow up and stuff. And as I got older, it kind of got better. I'd get stung here or there and nothing really happened. These motherfuckers, oh my God, they got me on my back. I got the picture of it. It is like welts. I could not believe it. I was just floored on how much it actually kind of hurt. It's like, what the fuck? That was bad. And they didn't do shit. And this, I don't know. Is it that still like rolling? Yeah. Yeah, the thing is still in full action. At this point, like, I think I have to call somebody in. I'll call the troops in. She sprayed a whole bottle of some poison shit on it, and it literally has done nothing. These things are fierce. They are fierce. I learned my lesson fucking with hornets. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The marks are still there. I mean, it's like a week. Like I got kind of lucky, I guess, but it got loud. It was like zzz, and just nailed me. And look, it is what it is. I gotta turn this off. Shut up, Freddie. Freddie is always like, I listened to your space, Freddie. It was absolutely dreadful. It just goes right back to the same stuff, Freddie. It goes right back. I'm gonna turn the comments up, but it goes right back to Jake. You guys are obsessed with this guy. Fuck out of here, idiot. Anyway, it hurt, and I survived. Unfortunately for people, I would hope I maybe died, but I didn't. I made it, and they're still thriving. The whole village in there. I mean, I think this is a good lesson for anybody that if you have a shed, very important, make sure you have a door on it. Make sure, because these things can happen. There's birds flying out of there. There's bees flying out of there. Saw a few rabbits. I mean, look, I looked at, I don't know, I didn't actually get to search it out, but I wonder how much one of those suits are. I mean, just go in there and grab it. But at this point, yeah, it is pretty brutal. But eventually I'll get them. The winter's coming, maybe they'll be gone by then, but staying away from the shed. So anyway, interesting Menors Live this week. I don't know. I starting to, I don't know what is going on with my little friend from Australia. I thought the show was not great for him. I mean, he usually puts out a pretty good product. It came across kind of, I think he's not knowing where to go at this point. I mean, I was going through the shows, and I'm going to pull it up again because I'm not sure you can really say, like, I heard his comments. They kind of were like, the shows were just okay. And, obviously what they played on the show. I mean, and just, obviously he's not consistent. He's back and forth. He has a text to how great everything's going. It's somebody, I forget exactly how he worded it. It was on a roll, or it's cooking. They're cooking. The next day, he's like, they're just okay. The shows are just okay. And so I went back and kind of looked. Let's pull it up. I was just looking at the names of the show. That kind of reminded me, like, how the shows were. So obviously, today we had Blind Mike and Ben Radler in the studio. Very good show today. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought that guy did a pretty good job today, Ben. His game was pretty good. I think Kirk is right. He didn't, he's not talking too much. He kind of did well. I mean, for a first time in, it's not, I don't know if it's his first time. Maybe he's been in before. I don't think so. I thought he did a good job though. But the show before that had Montante and Clemmer, which was a great show. Chris Clemmer, thank you. Shout me. He's saying he can't help but like me. And then in the end, he hates me. That's all right. I appreciate it, Chris. You're a good guy. And Montante too. Thank you for the shout out, Montante. Appreciate it. And don't go and choke anyone, okay? Don't do it, Montante. All right. I know it's a big controversy. It's fucking people. Anyway, great show. So that was that show. Then we had the show before that was Blind Mike and Gus, which is a very good show. Before that was Freddy's Birdies and Blind Mike. Also a very good show. Very good. We had Mutt and Polar before that. We had Polar, back-to-back Polar shows. Those were both really good. And then I guess the one before that was the Blind Mike and Blind Owl one, which was pretty good. So you have a run of shows that were very good. And honestly, Justin on his own is really holding up. He's doing a great job. I think there was one show, maybe two shows back, kind of ran out of topics within an hour, but for the most part, he's been very good. And I don't know what Manners was trying to do. I mean, they called him. He's usually up at like 4 a.m, 3. Does the guy ever sleep? He's always up, except for this time when they call, he doesn't answer. I don't know. I just thought he was a little inconsistent. He's been kind of, I don't know, kind of cunty on spaces a little bit, defending terrible people. I mean, he's in there defending MM. I mean, if you're defending that person, you got to look inward, you really shouldn't, I get it. She's a girl. That's probably what he thinks. But the bottom line is like, this girl has literally went to somebody's spouse and told them they were cheating on them. Right. Is that kind of how it went down? I mean, if you do stuff like that, you're pretty much fair game. I'm sorry. If you're in there, you're battling and whatever and taking shit and giving shit. Sorry, you're fair game. Like, you don't need to white knight for her, but kind of fucking thing. Not very, a little inconsistent lately. Kind of a little off. He got a little shit on today, but not answering that call was shocking. But I was surprised. I thought he'd definitely pick it up, but he's finally got some sleep, so good for him. I think the girlfriend's, has got him, probably giving him some direction now, and he's getting to bed earlier. Good for you. He makes the comment that he hasn't done many shows because there's not a lot to react to. When has that ever stopped him? I mean, honestly, I don't think that's ever stopped him. He's kind of a little slacking on the men's minutes. I'm not saying I'm doing it much better. Summertime stuff. It's winter for him, but I'm wishing him the best. He's obviously, I love the guy, but an Aussie Mary fan show is coming, and guess what? Well, let's give him the second best Aussie show. I'm going to kick Manners number one. Jamie is definitely number two, so I'm excited that Jamie's back. Aussie Minifan show. I didn't see the date. I probably was there. I don't remember. I was so enamored by that Barstool. The documentary tonight. I didn't really pay attention to that, but it's coming out and should be great. I don't know how much more I have. Not much. Mostly it was just more or less to pitch to get onto that from me and Brando. I told him I would do it. He didn't say no or yes. He just kind of, it's like, you're going to do what you want to do. Exactly. So I don't think what else has been going on. Not too much. You know what? Let's go. Let's see any comments. Not much. Get out of here. Make it a quick show. Nope, nothing too much. But anyway, it's okay. Sometimes you just want to do 20 minutes and it's fine. There's not a ton of stuff that I want to talk about really, other than that basketball stuff, which I'm very excited for. I figured I'd come on because, Freddie was going to did a spaces, but it was just veering off to a different spot again, like usual. It should be a lot of great commentary on that documentary on the spaces. There's a bunch of guys in here, but it always veers to the same place. So, but anyway, just going to do a short show. I'll let you go. Have a good night, guys.